Hey guys, this is Nefarious411 with episode 23 of my Monster Feed the Beast server play series. In the previous episodes, we have done quite a bit of stuff in the Thaumcraft area. Created a bunch of different items, such as the wands and all of the wand foci. Um, in between episodes, I decided that I needed to start working on other things, and I think in this episode we're going to start looking at a new mod. Well, it's new to me. It's going to be Ender IO, and that's going to be used for all of my energy holding, stuff like that. I have done a lot of thermal expansion in previous server play or single player worlds, and I wanted to give a different mod a chance in this series. So I'm not going to rely upon all of the thermal expansion machines and power as I had before. Even though in the basement below I do have some thermal expansion machines, I am going to try something new. And in between episodes, I did start creating, as you can see, a new building. Let me fly up and you can see what it looks like. I didn't record this because most of it is identical to the Thaumcraft building, except for I dropped the extra floor, and now it's just a smaller building. I think this is going to be one of the middle buildings. I have decided that I'm going to probably create little bridges just like I did here to go in all sorts of different directions, and I did create a bridge over here, and maybe at some point I will copy the building at the end over here and put it next to the farm. But for this building, I am going to do all of my ore processing and all of my inventory stuff. And you can see that in here I carved out a portion of the floor because I am going to probably use the applied energistics molecular, what is that called? Molecular assembly chamber for all of the crafting. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that. I think there might be a couple of other mods that do auto crafting, but you can see if I go down here, I have plenty of space, and this is going to be where all of my machines are going to go. And if I walk down here, you can see this is my older base. It kind of cut into it. Fortunately, I still have a little bit of walking room underneath, but I am probably going to eliminate all of this and move it into the final resting place in the permanent base at some point. But for now, I'm going to cut here, decide the different machines that I'm going to build, and I will be back. Well, one of the first things that I want to look at, it has nothing to do with ore processing, but I noticed that walking around my base, and it's been told to me by other players, such as Red, she's on the server right now, that there's a lot of places in my base that can spawn mobs. If I go into my Thaumcraft area, I can see that as well. But I don't want to sacrifice what it looks like just to put a bunch of torches or other kind of lighting up. So the thing that I'm going to create now is called a magnum torch. So let me just run down to my AE system and take a look at what it would be to create a magnum torch. And a magnum torch is basically like a super powerful torch from extra utilities that will prevent mobs from spawning. I believe it's 64 blocks away, within a 64 block radius. So I'm thinking that it's going to be 128 blocks diameter, which is quite a bit of area. I might create a couple of these at some point. It's not cheap. I think it requires things that I might not have right now, so I might have to create a brewing stand. But I do need 5 of these chandeliers. So let me go ahead and create 5 of those. Just get that one out of the way. And magnum torch. And any kind of wood. Well, I have the potion of healing, but I don't have the potion of regeneration 2, so I need to create one of those. So I haven't done brewing in a while, so let me take a look at a brewing stand. I'm just going to use the vanilla brewing stand. There's also the auto brewer for Mind Factory Reloaded, but I think I'm just going to do the vanilla one for now. There we go. And what was that, regeneration? Let me see, magnum torch. Let me just double check to make sure that I'm creating the right one, and it's this one. Alright, so to create that, I need glowstone, gas tier, and nether wart, and a water bottle. I think I don't have bottles, okay? Let me see, do I have bottles at all? I don't. Let me create a couple. Run over here, grab some water. I'm going to go ahead and create 3 because of the fact that the brewing stand will actually brew 3 at a time. That way it's more efficient and I don't have to worry about any kind of loss of materials. I might have to use regeneration again at some point, but I don't know. And let's go ahead and brew that up. And I'll probably cut here until I have the 3 bottles, because this is just normal vanilla crafting or brewing, so there's nothing really special about this. Alright, that wasn't too terrible. It actually was fairly quick, and I got the 3 bottles of Regen 2. So now I should be able to create my magnum torch. There we go. Cool. So now we can just put this anywhere, and I think that this will probably be the center of my base. I might have to let me grab this, my tape measure. I am not sure how many blocks away this is. So if I put it in the center here, will it reach all the way over here? Well, yeah. That's only 53 blocks, so that's good. It'll at least reach my entire base that direction. So that's probably a good thing to do. And it doesn't have to be visible from my understanding. So I should be able just to place it under the floor. That way I don't have to see it. Just have to remember where I put it in case I need to move it later. But there we go. And this should prevent mobs from spawning. 64 blocks in diameter. I don't know if it's going to affect my spawners over here though. Nope. Looks like it's still spawning, which is good. I've been using this quite a bit recently for the mob essence and the enchanter. So let me get away from that, and we should be good. If we see any mobs, we'll just have to figure it out at that point. They might just be coming in from the outer edges. But let's take a look at Ender.io. I've done some in a previous episode, such as the travel anchors, as I've been using to travel back and forth, and I also had to create the alloy smelter in order to create all of the materials needed, and that's what this little machine is. And it does it says MJ, but it does support RF, obviously, because we've used quite a bit of RF on it. So let's look at some of the other equipment in here. Ender.io. Can I do it this way? Yes. Alright, so I probably will want a sag mill. And a sag mill is pretty cool. It's able to grind things up. So this is kind of the equivalent to the thermal expansion pulverizer. I might have enough for this. I know that I'm going to need a couple of these, so I might as well just craft all that I can. And that's just a copper ingot. Looks like I do need some gold here. So let me create some gold nuggets. There we go. And I know that I'm going to need several of these, so let me just go ahead and craft up, I guess, 13 of them. And this keeps going away. I might want to not synchronize. Let me try that. That might help. That way it doesn't reset after every time I leave the interface. There we go. Put that in there. And that. And now we have a sag mill. So let's try this out. Let me just hook it to the existing power. And get my crescent hammer. Put that there. Cool. And you can see that it is accepting RF. So now it shows RF even though the Wayla shows it in MJ. 100,000 versus 10,000. So it's like a easy ratio to pay attention to. So here, let me just throw in a piece of cobble and you can see that it should come out with sand. Yay. And I think this also does ore doubling. So let me take a look at an ore. Let's grab some copper. Put some copper in there and let's see how fast or how many pieces of copper I get out of that. Should be 2. There we go. And it does have its own dust, which is fine. So now this is going to be really cool. There's a way to speed that up by using the different capacitors. The sag mill used the basic capacitor, but I could probably create. Let me see if I can just create one of those. Oh, it's in my inventory. And it does look like I need some coal dust. So let me grab a stack of coal, come over here and put that in the sag mill. And that will break it down into coal powder. Well, it's not coal dust, it's coal powder. And there we go. So now we have a double layer capacitor. So what I can do with this, if I put this in that slot there, you can see that the speed is considerably upgraded. So this is a tiered way to be able to speed up your equipment. It does use more power, I believe. I don't know how much more. I haven't done the research on that. I'll have to take a look at it. But I can also create one of these octadic capacitors. Don't know how to pronounce it, but I don't know if I have any vibrant alloy. Let me just check. Vibrant. Oh, I do. I should be able to create one of these. So let me create another one of these capacitors right there. And might as well create a couple just in case. So now I should be able to. Ooh, do I not have glowstone? Okay, I don't have glowstone blocks. That's easy to remedy right now. There we go. And I don't know if this is compatible, but let's see. Oh, yeah. And you can also see that it boosts up, because this is a capacitor, thinking energy-wise, it does boost up the amount of RF that you can hold in this machine up to 1 million RF, which is a lot if you think about it. And this is just burning through all of these, the coal here. Nice. So let me put that in there. Oh, and apparently you have a chance to get other powders from this. So it is quite a bit like the pulverizer with thermal expansion, where it does give you a chance of a secondary drop, which is really cool. So let's jump back in here, see if we can find something for like a furnace. I think I can use the alloy smelter, honestly. I haven't tried this. Let me just place that down. And I can't access. Okay, so I may have to. I wonder if I can break this. I'm afraid to break it. Let me just pick it up that way. Let me make the power go out on the front. That was not the front. That's the front. There we go. Cool. And I can put that in there. And also this one increases. So if I take that out, it's 100,000 RF. Put this capacitor in, and it jumps up to 200,000. Nice. Don't know what that's going to do. Alright, so there's this little toggle down here, and right now it's in furnace mode. Alloys only, furnace only, all smelting. Okay, so we could create a couple of these, one for the alloys, because that's how you create like the vibrant alloy. You put energetic and ender pearl, and it gives you that vibrant. So you would have to have alloy mode. So if we put this in there, oh, we can't even put copper in there whenever it's alloy mode. Furnace only, we just saw, and then all smelting. I think this will do the alloy and normal furnace stuff, which is kind of cool. There we go. And that was really fast. Quite a bit faster than using the redstone furnace from thermal expansion, because if we put one of these in there, about 3 seconds or so, but if I put this in here, yeah, I guess it's about the same, but we aren't using the I can't say that word. Octadic. I'm gonna have to practice that. But if we put that in there, it'll probably go twice as fast. All right. So now let me figure out where I'm going to put this stuff in the room, and I'll be back. Before we start laying out all of the other machines, I haven't figured out the areas that I want it yet. I think there's a couple of other things that I would want to create. And I did notice that whenever you put for the furnace mode, you can actually fill out all 3 of these slots, even though whenever it's in alloy mode, obviously these slots will contain different items. But that is pretty handy, that it allows at least 3 stacks of that. So let me take a look. I do need to grab those back because I want to create one of these capacitor banks. And it looks like I need more of these capacitors. Don't have enough. I guess I needed quite a bit more of these nuggets. So let me just throw all of those in. There we go. I don't know how many I need. Let me just do 20 for now, because each one of these doubles it. Let me just create them all. So now I have 10, and the capacitor uses these. And some of this? No. What was in the center? Redstone. There we go. Let me just grab 2 of those for now. And these are similar to the energy cells with thermal expansion in that they are able to store RF or MJ, and they are a multi-block, as you can see. Let me break one of those. And you can see right now it holds 500,000 MJ, which I think is 5 million. I think it's, how many is that? I have their webpage up. It is 1 MJ for every 10 RF, so it's like a multiplier of 10. But now this is holding, what is that, 10 million MJ? So quite a bit of storage for RF. And I think, if I understand this right, this is also going to serve kind of like the energetic infuser. So I can just place things in here and they'll be able to charge up. So let me figure out a power mechanism. I don't think I'm going to continue with the lava generators because these are not really keeping up. I was hoping that this version of Ender IO had something for power. I did look at the website, and they do have other items, but I'm not seeing them on here. So I might have to use something else for power. I mean, it has the power monitor, and I think you can use that to monitor things that accept power, like the capacitor bank, but I don't think it has any of the generators in here. And what am I missing? Let me go ahead and create one of these, see what it does. Oh, I don't have one of these. Ah, there's a few things that I need to create apparently. So let me create some redstone torches. And one of these. I don't think I have any of that. So I might have to craft a few other things. I remember doing some of this at one time, so that's not too terrible. Let me just get that out of there. Go ahead and start smelting that up. I don't think it speeds it up by having them in different slots. Well, it might. Yeah, it does look like it's eating away at... no, it's not. I take that back. I was hoping that it was actually smelting all of them, but nope. There we go. And these are the conduits, so these are similar to the power conduits. You can see that those are really good looking. I like those a lot. And I might be replacing some of the existing conduits. I guess I don't have any. If we ever use like leadstone or redstone conduits, these are a replacement for those. And now let's create one of these. I don't have enough still. What's that center thing? Conductive iron. So this is in the alloy smelter, and it's 2 redstone and 1 iron. So let me go ahead and grab that. And iron. There we go. So 2-to-1 ratio. And let me do alloys only. And that should produce the, what is that, conductive iron. There we go. I should probably make one of those octadic capacitors. I'm still working on it. That one's kind of hard for me to say for some reason. There we go. So now, let's put that in there, and now we have these. I think these will... Yeah, here we go. So this one actually doesn't have information on how much RF it transfers, but the energy conduit, it actually transfers 1280 RF per tick, which is quite a bit. If we look at leadstone energy conduits, That only transfers 80. So these are quite a bit better, actually. So enter IO again. We should have enough to create that now. Yay. And this one. Ugh. What are those? Stone blocks? Apparently I have all sorts of different stone in here. And what was that bottom thing? I thought I had capacitors. Did I already run through those? Oh, that's right. I already converted them all. There we go. Yay. So let's see what this does. Conduit storage, capacitor, bank storage. Nice. I do like that. That is actually really cool that it shows the input and output average. So you can actually see if you have a surplus of energy that's going into the capacitor versus a deficit if you're actually using more energy than you're producing. So that is really cool. I am going to have to play around with this because I do not know all of the ins and outs. If I wanted to, let me actually create some of these conduits. Do I have more of that iron? I do. And that is right here. Nice. I should be able to just run under here real quick and grab some energy. Ooh, this might be a problem. I don't know if these will connect. No, they don't. That's unfortunate. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I need to move all of these machines upstairs. So let me go ahead and start moving some of the other machines upstairs. Well, I changed my mind, at least for the generators. I think I'm going to go ahead and use these lava generators, at least for the time being. Probably I'll change them out later. But let me see if I can hook these up. And it does look like it's connecting, which is a good sign. Let me see if it'll actually transfer. Looks like it is. Yay! Let me go upstairs and show you what I did. Went ahead and created 3 more of these. And you can see that it is a multi-block structure, and I think you can get up to, I want to say 8 of these capacitors, and if I look, this is going to be able to hold 25 million RF. That's quite a bit. And I was right about being able to charge this, and you can see I was able to charge the staff of traveling fairly quickly. I don't have anything else that needs charging, but let me see if we can go ahead and hook some lava up to these generators. I might want to create maybe 1 or 2 more lava gens, or let's see. Do need a couple of these. All of this stuff's got to move eventually, so I might as well just grab it now. There we go. You and you. And flip you on. Good. Got lava going in. And we do have that. Do these connect there? It does. How much do these generate? 80 RF per tick. Don't know how much this transfers. So let me just take those off, because I think these conduits are going to probably be a little bit better. Let me just double check. No, it's not transferring. And this is just holding it, so that's unfortunate. So I guess we do need to stick with those other conduits, energy pipes. There we go. Cool. So now we should be able to run power. Let me just go ahead and close that off so I don't fall in. Should be able to run power all the way over here. Because I'll probably put these conduits on the bottom, like that. This is probably as good a spot as any. So let me make my way around there. Shouldn't be too terrible. Might just do a straight shot. Well, especially since this is open. And probably make a little bridge here so I don't fall. And let's see. Probably come from the other side. There we go. Might just come out here. I don't know what happens when those connect. Can I toggle that? Doesn't look like it. Maybe covers? I don't have covers with me. I don't think that's going to cause any problems. We'll just have to keep an eye on it just in case. These are a little bit more smaller, so it's harder to place. There we go. A lot harder to place, actually. There we go. And let's just place sag mill there, and it is receiving power. That's good. And let's plop that in there. That way we have that. Yay! Alright, so now we don't have power to the AE system. So we'll have to figure out that one now. I think I might have the AE system on this side. So it probably just means that I'll need to run some more cable. I don't think I have enough. I might have to temporarily stick it closer to the capacitor bank. Let me grab at least the controller and a couple of these cables and the monitor. Ooh, apparently I left stuff in the monitor. There we go. I think I got it all. I'm hoping that these will connect. It doesn't look like it. Or wait, it is. I think. It says energy stored. Guess we can look at Minecraft Joules here, MJ. Well, it does look like it's... Oh, here we go. Apparently there's a interface on these cables, and we can do, I guess, extract. That doesn't seem to affect it. Always active. Disabled. Extract. Oh, there we go. Wow, there we go. Yeah, that works quite well, actually. I just had to put it on the right setting. Cool. This is going to be ugly for a while, but until I can craft some more of these energy conduits, this is probably what we're going to keep. So let me run downstairs and grab some more of the AE stuff. This might take a couple of runs because of all of these drives, and I do not have inventory space. I guess since this isn't running, I should be able just to throw everything in there. I think it'll just stop because of the ME interface. Yep. And I will be back as soon as I bring majority of the stuff upstairs. Well, I was able to move up the AE system in its entirety. Got all the other drives. I didn't take the I/O or the ME interface here and the ender chest because right now I'm just using it to hold all of my gear just temporarily. I'm going to leave the pulverizers down here and the other redstone furnace. I'm not going to deal with those because I'm not going to use them moving forward. I'll eventually move this. I got all of the ME cable out of the walls. I will probably need to extend the ME cable from over here, but I probably still want to move all of that stuff into this wall here. I think that would be a good spot. But for now, if you can hit the like button below, it'll greatly help me out. And also, if you like the series, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And for now, this is goodbye.